Hi, I'm Lourdes for the Native Plant Channel. Today I'm here at the Grand Hotel for the Grand Garden Show. It is sponsored by proven winners, and we get to hear lectures, but not only that, we get to see private gardens. So I'm really excited to get to those private garden tours and get some great design ideas. Let's go see what's in store at the show. There are three modes of transportation on Mackinac Island. That is horse-drawn carriage, bicycle, or on foot. Here we see a horse-drawn carriage arriving at the Grand Hotel. And hey, the horses have to eat too, so here is their food as well. As we arrive, you see these beautiful displays of annuals. Many of the plants used throughout the island are annuals. Here the purple is Verbena bonariensis. Absolutely stunning. The flower beds next to the hotel were using a lot of kale that had purple tones to them, but take a look at how they're mixed with all kinds of colors. You'll see a little bit of silver from Dusty Miller. You're going to see some zinnias, many other annuals, but they're using purples and oranges and yellows and all kinds of combinations of colors. Gardening is all about problem solving and dealing with your challenges. Here, the Grand Hotel has the challenge of a very steep hill right next to its entrance, which leads down to their tea garden, which is a level area where many different kinds of activities are held. So let's take a good look at this hillside and what they have done with it in order to meet the challenges of this steep hillside. So here's an idea for an area that's difficult to maintain. On this hillside, you have natives such as goldenrod and monarda. It does include non-natives as well, but think about how much easier this area is to maintain. And this is at a luxurious resort. So it gives us ideas that we can all use in our gardens. Part of the tea garden ends with this row of benches and annuals. Again, just look at the riot of color. This is something that most people would find a little bit too busy if they saw it at home, but on Mackinac Island, all this works. Pinks mixed with oranges and everything else. Here I feel like I'm riding Aladdin's magic carpet. It's just spectacular. But this area is surrounded by an evergreen hedge with a very small opening. If you missed the opening, you never even knew the garden was here. For some background on Mackinac Island, one arrives here by ferry. There are only about 500 year-round residents due to the very difficult winters. And so the homes that you're seeing are mostly summer homes, and the gardens that we're seeing are basically just used throughout the summer. The entire perimeter of the island is 8.2 miles, which many people see on bicycle. The downtown is very quaint and Victorian, and the other thing very popular on Mackinac Island and it's known for is its fudge. You will definitely be eating a lot of fudge when you visit. The waters surrounding Mackinac Island are incredibly clear and beautiful. It's just a gorgeous place to visit, and this is Lake Huron. As you walk around the island, you'll see the pride that many of these homes show with all kinds of lovely plantings. Take a look at the beautiful hollyhocks in front of this home. You don't have to attend a garden show to see beautiful plantings on Mackinac Island. Just look at this. The deep pink is cleome, the lighter pink is a rose, the white is sweet alyssum, the purple is blazing star, and just take a look at the artwork on this lovely bench. Everything is just so beautifully done. The majority of plants used to bring color to Mackinac Island are annuals and not native. However, here the yellow is our lovely goldenrod, which is native. I will be pointing out the native plants that we see throughout the video. There are trails through the woods. There is a native plant trail that one can walk through and see native plants in. As we look at these beautiful plantings, I want to draw your attention to the hanging baskets and to the window boxes that are used, which can be found here in many places. Just look at the size of these, how humongous they are, just how much color and beauty they bring to the home. These are made up primarily of petunias and were just spectacular. On Mackinac Island, even the post office gets into the act. It's probably the most spectacular post office in the country. The purple vines you see growing are clematis or clematis, depends on how you pronounce it. And on the walkway up to the front door of the post office, you're going to have the black-eyed Susans, those yellow flowers. You're going to have more petunias, some sweet alyssum, and then here with the broccoli type heads, that is a stone crop or also called sedum. You're now going to see some of the gardens that only show participants got to see. Some of these gardens were located on bluffs with this view of Lake Huron. The first garden I'm going to show you was one with a more naturalistic planting.
Pollinator garden in the entire area. So as you walk through, it's kind of an escape into a natural area. You've got the Baptisia. This is meteor showers verbena. A very tough, mildew resistant thriller element, butterfly magnet, but also will, you can see if you plant it in drifts, it would be very nice, dramatic color sweep. Echinacea obviously are the dominant thing right now. Butterflies, bees, all through there. Lavender really helps.
You will find many retaining walls on the island, often dry laid like this one, or not using any mortar between the stones. Just imagine the labor involved in moving these tremendously heavy stones.
We build all these stone staircases and all this stuff by hand. No cement or mortar or anything like that. The reason for that is we want them to look timeless right away. So we don't use any concrete paver blocks or any fake Home Depot wall kind of stuff. It's made to look like it's been here, as old as the cottage, and respect kind of the architecture and the age of the cottage right away. So it's hard to believe as you walk up through here that this was just planted last year.
In this garden, the trees were limbed up or had the bottom limbs removed in order to open them up a little, but then these limbs were creatively used to weave this privacy screen between neighbors. This garden consists of several tiers, each with a different function. When it was redesigned, there was an effort to maintain the original function of each tier. The first tier was originally a kitchen garden, therefore it contains 2 raised herb beds growing a number of kitchen herbs. This is surrounded by boxwoods in order to define the space. If you are considering doing something like this, perhaps instead of boxwood you could consider our native inkberry or Ilex glabra to perform the same function. Other tiers of this home's gardens included the family swimming pool, which is absolutely stunning, and as well as another tier with a putting green. If you are enjoying Native Plant Channel, please subscribe so that you can receive notification whenever a new video is posted. This lovely garden is designed to walk through with grass paths in between, divided up into several beds that include garden statues. It does also include our native blue false indigo or baptisia, which flowers in the spring in blue but is also available in other colors and can grow as high as 5 foot tall, but always looks fresh throughout the seasons. Look at how beautiful this home's red door looks with the red geraniums. But this home also helps us see what it must be like here over the winter and why there are so few year-round residents.
I was not kidding. Today was really bad. But you can imagine in the winter with the spray, it's totally is solid ice. So you really have to be careful what you plant in this kind of condition. This home, there's a lot of edibles on it. There's a lot of really hardy plants. It's got rhubarb behind you with some sage, and along the fence line there, or along the brick wall is bittersweet, very hardy plant. I'm sure that hurricane conditions, I'm sure that you can see. Today's pretty windy.
For those who think you can't garden in the shade, take a look here. You really see very little color other than different shades of greens and some lighter tones. But sure, you can have a beautiful garden in the shade as well. Here is a beautiful solution to a narrow area with a hill. If you terrace that hill and plant it, it will look beautiful. If you use native plants, it'll have very little maintenance required. Imagine being able to enjoy coffee or dinner here in this beautiful space surrounded by lovely shrubs and annual flowers. Gardeners enjoy making the world a better place. Native plant gardeners like to make our gardens more lively and to bring life to them. Here are some scenes from Mackinac Island for you to enjoy.
Mackinac Island is a fantastic place for gardeners to visit and for people who appreciate gardens, the colors, the details that homeowners show and putting beautiful displays on for tourists, for everyone to see. I hope you have enjoyed this tour and stay tuned with Native Plant Channel. I know we were a little bit short on native plants on this one, but stay with us so you can learn more and more.